My next guest is going to be fighting on UFC Seattle February 22nd, and he's going to be taking on Rizvan Kuniev. It's Curtis Blaydes joining me here on the program. Curtis, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Take me through you finding out about this opponent, because I think it surprised a lot of people. Did it surprise you?
Well, yeah, it's just because I hadn't heard of him. I guess he was just on Dana White's Contenders series, and they reached out to me with the name, and I was like, I like the date. So I said, yeah, because people don't get the money's the same regardless of the opponent. So I was like, I'll take a paycheck.
Yeah, no, that's I guess how you have to kind of look at it. It is a bit weird though, just because you did fight for, I know it was the interim title, but a lot of people felt like it was the real title, and then now you're fighting someone that's brand new. Like I could even understand if it was an opponent coming from like Bellator, maybe, that was a champion over there. This was a guy that, from my understanding, did do a Contender Series, but beat Renan Pereira in the PFL, but then got suspended for, I believe it was like a PED issue. Did you hear about this?
I had not heard about that, but all I know is he's Russian, so I've had experience with Russians. They're not easy to put away, so I'm expecting, a typical heavyweight fight. He's going to be swinging and looking to get me out of there as early as he can, and I'm gonna do my job and not let him do that. So.
And it sounds to you, it's just like it didn't matter who the opponent was. You just wanted to fight soon and get back in there, and obviously rebound from that last fight with Aspinall, right?
Well, yeah, they kind of gave me the option. Like I could have just waited, but it might have been a long wait.
Yeah.
Maybe all the way into like April, May. So, like I said, I just figured they got me an opponent. I like the date, and yeah, always it's hard to turn down a paycheck.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Have you ever been to Seattle before? I was going to ask you that too.
No, this will be a first. The closest I've ever been was Portland, I think.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So now that you've had a chance to kind of look him up and figure him out, how do you feel like you match up against Kuniev in this fight?
The same way I match up against everybody. Like I'm a problem. I'm big, I'm fast, I'm long, I wrestle, I got hands. So I obviously am picking me to win, but I don't approach any fight as if it's going to be easy because it's heavyweight. This isn't the division to do that in, because that's how upsets happen.
Yeah, no, completely agree with that. What do you make of your experience? Obviously, you've been in there with pretty much everyone at heavyweight in terms of opponents in the UFC. He hasn't fought the same opposition you have. Do you think that will factor in the fight, the fact that you've been in there and fought some of the best? I mean, the guy you just fought, a lot of people consider him the best heavyweight in the world right now.
Yeah, I think that's always going to be a factor. That's why you want experience, and that's in any field. Like even with like a doctor. I'd rather have a doctor who's like 50, who's been doing it for 20, 25 years, rather than a new hotshot who just out of school. Even though he might be amazing, I just rather have the experienced guy. Experience matters, and I do believe it'll have an impact. But like I said, this is heavyweight, so I'm approaching him with the same respect I gave Aspinall. We all hit hard.
I guess the only bummer about this fight is that obviously we're coming up to the holidays. Has it been hard getting people in the gym to train with? Because I know some people are probably going to take some time off.
No, the guys I work with, they're pretty reliable, pretty consistent. We got a nice schedule, and we don't have as many hard workouts as we used to a few years ago. So it's a lot more focused and like drill based. So it's hard finding guys to work with.
So who are you getting to work with as far as training partners?
Same guys. Zach
Pauga. Yeah.
In Fry. He's an younger guy. He just started working out with us like a year ago, but he's a good wrestler. He wrestled at Duke. And Vanilla and Ty Flores. The
Oh,
usual.
yeah, of course. Yeah. I've interviewed Ty before. Fought for Unified here in Canada, I think, well, a couple of years ago or last year. I can't remember. Okay, so that's good. And then do you get to enjoy your... I know you're a heavyweight. You don't really have to cut much weight or anything. Do you get to enjoy the holidays a bit, or do you still got to be on diet ahead of this fight?
I mean, I don't eat like your traditional heavyweights, so it's not really hard for me to uh, restrict myself, even if it is the holidays. I don't have much of a sweet tooth or anything like that, so no, it won't be hard at all. I'm just approaching all these next 8 weeks is work. This
Uh,
is the highest priority right now.
who will be in the cage with you? Who's going to be in your corner?
Uh, Vinny, um, Vinny Lopez, Zach, and I I recently switched up with my jiu-jitsu instructors. I'll be bringing a new guy, Foster, but I've been working with him off and on for like 5 years now. So we already have pretty good connection. But yeah, uh, he'll be taking the spot for Cody for this next fight.
Okay, cool. How's this fight playing out? I know you don't like going to the scorecards. How do you see this one unfolding?
Me on top, landing elbows with a TKO finish.
Okay, simple as that. Is this? I'm assuming this is 3 rounds, or have you found out yet? Because this is you're a pretty big name on this card. It's a fight night. Have you been told it's 3 or 5 rounds?
This is a 3-rounder.
Okay. Do you like that? I mean, I guess the pay is a little bit better for 5, but
It's not much better.
no. Okay, I'll take your word for it. You know better than me, so
Yeah.
okay.
I'm all right with 3-rounder. Yeah.
Now, last time we did the best pound for pound fighters. This time we're going to go. Who do you think is the best striker? And I'm going to give you 2 names, like overall career. Who you think is the better striker? Okay, Conor McGregor or Anderson Silva?
Anderson.
Anderson Silva or Justin Gaethje?
Anderson, more creative.
Anderson Silva or Jose Aldo?
Jose.
Okay, Jose or Max Holloway?
Holloway.
Max Holloway or Ilia Topuria?
You talking about the whole career of Ilya's? His fights are crazy. I gotta go Ilya. That's
okay.
Wild.
Last one, Ilia Topuria or Alex Pereira?
I think Ilya, he's got more to him. Alex does like the same thing, but it works. It works. He hasn't really had to like open up. So that speaks to how skilled he is at what he wants to do. I'm gonna go Alex, because yeah, he doesn't have to switch it up. He does whatever he wants to do, and what he wants to do is just hook, hook, hook.
Okay.
So yeah, go Alex.
You're on the same contract, right, or did you get a new one for this fight?
Oh no, this is the same one.
Same one. Okay, so you probably got a couple fights left, I'm assuming.
Think one more. Yeah.
Okay, so interesting fight there. We haven't spoken, I don't think, since Jon Jones fought Stipe. What did you make of the fight? I think we all kind of expected the fight to end like that, but what did you think of Jon's performance?
What you expected, like you said, like he's younger, he's been a lot more active. It showed. Stipe looked his age, and that's fine. He's like what 42. He looked it, and there's no shame in getting beat by Jon Jones at his age. So yeah.
Jones didn't exactly make a lot of fans leading up to the fight with the fact that he says he plans to fight again, but he wants to fight Alex Pereira instead of fighting Aspinall. What did you make of those comments?
Like what? I think he knows if he says the opposite of what everyone wants, it'll be controversial and it'll be online. It'll keep him like relevant without him having to actually fight. That's my only answer.
Okay. So do you think he fights again though, or no?
Yes, at least once. I think the UFC is going to offer him like an astronomical amount and get him versus Aspinall. That's the fight everyone wants to see. It'll pay off. Like whatever they pay him, it'll be worth it.
Okay. Now, do you think Aspinall beats him?
Yeah, I would give him. I would pick him. Like I would go 55% him. Obviously, it's not gonna be a landslide. Like we're going against Jon Jones. He's a legend. He's got all the weapons. I think one area where Tom can like win is just um, a presence inside. Like Jon Jones gets away with being able to stand in front of his opponent and just paw and pick at him with the inside leg kicks and the teeps and the jabs. I don't think Aspinall's going to allow him just to hang out at that range. I think he's going to be blitzing him in and out, in and out. And I think that'll be the difference. I think on one of those in and outs, he's going to be able to catch him. Because it only takes one. Like I said, this is heavyweight. You only got to set up one really good overhand, and it's night night. So yeah, I think he can do that. He definitely has the speed. He doesn't have the range that John has, but who does? But I think he knows that. I think he'll get on the inside of that range, and I think he'll be able to land an overhand. And it'll probably be early because he likes to blitz. He doesn't like to wait. So yeah, I think it'll happen early.
Did you watch the Ciryl Gane and Alexander Volkov fight? Did you see that?
Yeah, I caught the end of it. I was on the road and I got home. Yeah, caught the end of it. I watched the highlights. It looked like that Volkov won. I don't know.
Well, even Dana White came up to him and said, "Hey, we think you won the fight," and all this different stuff. And even Ciryl didn't seem that happy with the performance. Did you kind of expect that fight to go that way, or did you think Ciryl would defeat him again?
I wasn't expecting all the grappling, that's for sure. Yeah, I knew Volkov had a shot. I thought it would be on the feet though. I didn't see that type of grappling out of either one of them. I didn't think they would want to like expend the energy, but it lets me know Gane is still not a very good grappler, and Volkov is evolving, growing. He looks like he's grown as a grappler. And yeah, I would not have been shocked had he been able to get um, the victory without the grappling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was certainly an interesting fight. And then I'm kind of curious, like if Jon does not fight Aspinall next, you would think Gane or who, like, I don't even know what they're going to do because like Gane's injured right now anyways. Like I think he broke his toes in the fight. So I don't know, like I'm assuming, I don't know how long that takes or whatever. Did you see that after the fight that he was limping? So
Didn't know that. Oh.
yeah, so there's that. Then there's the fact that people thought Volkov won. Like there could be a world where Volkov gets the shot with Aspinall. It would be a rematch, obviously, but just because people felt like he won, like they did that with Jose Aldo and Marlon Moraes, if you remember, they gave Aldo the shot against Petr Yan. So could happen.
I wouldn't hate it, especially with the injury news. I didn't know that. Yeah, like it would go to like it should be Jon. If it's not going to be Jon, it will go to Gane. But if he's injured, yeah, I guess you go to Volkov.
Yeah. Well, I know also I spoke to Jairzinho Rosenstruik last week, and he feels like if he beats Pavlovich, he could be in the mix as well, just because it's a new fight. But that fight I think is that's in early February, so I don't know. Maybe it could work out, but it's just interesting to see who Tom can fight, right?
Yeah, I guess he'll have to wait and see. The biggest one, the domino that has to fall first is Jones.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have to like adamantly say, I'm not going to fight him. Otherwise, yeah, the division is going to be held up because the UFC is going to be fishing for that matchup until he really, really denies it. Because he hasn't really denied it. He just like, I would rather fight Alex. He didn't say, I will not fight Aspinall.
Well, he was I believe he was asked if he would fight Aspinall. He says, I don't want to give him the opportunity because he was disrespectful to me. I don't know if you saw that in one of the clips. So yeah. So I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know either. Is he just doing this to try and get a bigger payday, or does he really not want to fight him? Like, I don't know. I really don't know the answer. Some people are like, oh, it's so obvious he's bluffing, but I'm like, I don't even know.
Nah, like if he is, he's playing a good game. He's a good actor. He might have a role in Hollywood after this.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, last question. I know you want to wind down for the evening. What do you got planned for the holidays? Are you going back home, or are you going to stay in Colorado?
No, I'll be here. I'll be here working out, especially since I just went to Minneapolis to watch the Bears get
Oh,
embarrassed.
cool. You did? How was that?
It was all right. I got to hang out with my buddy Austin because he's the one who got the tickets.
Oh,
That was
Hubbard.
nice.
Austin Hubbard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But besides that, the Bears disappointed me. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah, it was nice hanging out with him, and we got to go to the Mall of America. I guess it's like the biggest in America. It is really, really, really big. But yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot because of the weather. It was freezing.
Yeah. No, it's tough. And I don't think it'll be freezing in Seattle. It should be rainy, though. You might want to get a rain jacket for that. That's going to be February 22nd. Curtis, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it. Anyone you want to thank before we get out of here? Any sponsors, any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Nah, I got nothing. We